Yo, what up, y'all? Slow-mo backslap here, slapping you with another video, and today we're going to talk about this Jim Ryan interview that came out today with GQ magazine. And this interview was very illuminating for a lot of people. Some of us just confirmation on things that we already knew, and for some others who were a bit more upset, some information that they were desperately hoping that they wouldn't hear. So let's get into it. GQ magazine asked Jim Ryan a host of different questions. A lot of stuff about PlayStation 5 stock availability, their 2021 release schedule, and information on the new PlayStation VR headset. Now, in regards to some of those things, I'm quickly get through those and get into the meat of the topic. PlayStation 5 stock is increasing with each month, so soon. They couldn't give us an exact timetable, but sometime soon, I'm hoping sometime within 2021, you'll be able to just easily go into a retailer or just online, just order yourself a PlayStation 5 without having to do all the hunting and trying to chase down a PlayStation 5. Sony's release schedule is changed a little bit. There's no talk about what's happening with God of War. I'm thinking because it wasn't mentioned, most likely it's going to be pushed to 2022. They announced Gran Turismo will be pushed to 2022, and Jim Ryan seemed to want to focus mostly on Returnal, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and Horizon Forbidden West. I think those would be the three games that are first-party games or exclusive for now games for the PlayStation coming out this year. And of course, with the PlayStation VR, they're focusing on making it a easy single cord setup versus the multiple cords that people are annoyed with. They didn't want to get into the specifics of the specs or the games that are coming out for it at launch, but I guess that's more information that we'll find out later as they're more ready to deliver that info. But let's get into what the real meat of this interview was. The interviewer asked Jim Ryan, so releasing PlayStation games on PC was something that Sony PlayStation held back on for a long time. Now it sounds like you're very much on that bandwagon. What changed? And Jim Ryan's answer was, I think a few things changed. We find ourselves now in early 2021 with our development studios and the games that they make in better shape than they've ever been before. Particularly from the latter half of the PS4 cycle, our studios made some wonderful, great games. There's an opportunity to expose those great games to a wider audience and recognize the economics of game development, which are not always straightforward. The cost of making games goes up with each cycle as the caliber of the IP has improved. Also, our ease of making it available to non-console owners has grown, so it's a fairly straightforward decision for us to make. So what is Jim Ryan talking about here? He's talking about generating more money off of games that currently aren't really making them a lot of money right now. He talks about the latter half of the PS4 cycle's wonderful, great games, and how this is an opportunity to expose those games to a wider audience. Now, I know there are some that think that just the people that they interact with within the small gaming community somehow is indicative of how the overall gaming community is, but this is false. This has always been false. The truth of the matter is that your small circle of people, your small social circles, do not indicate in any way the mindset and the thoughts and opinions of those outside of it. There are many gamers out there with different interests in games, and also gamers that have zero desire to ever have a console, but may be interested in the games that are available on that console. And although we always say, at least I always say, if you want a game, just buy the platform that that game is available on and play it. Although that is my stance on things, that's not the stance that other people have. And therefore, there are plenty of gamers on PC in the PC ecosystem who will play these PlayStation games, but they don't want to have to deal with, and they didn't in the past want to deal with, 30 frames per second, compromised visuals, slow load times on the older PlayStation 4 hardware. This is an opportunity to reach those gamers. And if you don't believe that is the case, if you believe that somehow Sony isn't benefiting in this in some way in regards to gaining a bigger, wider audience, let me show you this chart here. So this chart is from Visual Capitalist, and it charts throughout the history of the gaming industry, where the money has gone, where the revenue has gone, and in what sections. And you look in the beginning how it was strictly arcade and consoles, and then PCs started to enter into the market. As you see, as time goes on, arcades began to fizzle out, handhelds began to fizzle out, but mobile has grown exponentially. You can still even see cloud and VR as little specks of light up there at the top, but mobile is the biggest revenue generator in the gaming industry. I know a lot of us feel like mobile gaming isn't real gaming, but I'm sorry, but the publishers don't agree with you. They're thinking about the money and thinking about where that money is. And they'll make games that resonate with people who play games on mobile more. And those aren't our games, so we don't care about those games. But the games on PC are a little bit more, there's a little bit more crossover there. And if you look there, PC gaming, 40 billion, console gaming, 33 billion. There's more money in PC than it is in the entirety of console gaming. Why wouldn't Sony, the highest generating publisher in console gaming, want a piece of that? And I'm sorry to say it for those who feel like they are missing something. I don't think Sony's level of quality is going to drop off at all putting games on PC. Will these games eventually go day and date? Maybe, but clearly not anytime soon. So the impact that this will have on you as a gamer on PlayStation, buying your games on PlayStation, getting those games as soon as they come out on PlayStation, you got nothing to worry about. That's still going to happen. But games that are years old going to PC, what are you really concerned about here? Jim Ryan also asked about, again, and this goes back to what I'm saying about people in communities and not really understanding that your small community is not representative of the overall community. Jim Ryan was asked a question about Horizon Zero Dawn. So the question was, this is following on from your publishing Horizon Zero Dawn on PC in August last year. How did that go? And Jim Ryan said, we assessed the exercise in two ways. Firstly, in terms of the straightforward success of the activity of publishing the game on PC. People liked it and they bought it. We also looked at it through the lens of what the PlayStation community thought about it. There was no massive adverse reaction to it. So we will continue to take mission steps in this direction. Once again, there are millions and millions and millions of gamers out there. And just because they're not in the small social circle that you have doesn't mean they're not hardcore gamers. They just don't agree with you. If you feel that this is somehow a bad thing, and they don't care. And me personally, I'm all for this, because games that I felt were so-so, I kind of wanted to play, but not really. Maybe I'll give them a shot on PC where the performance would be so much better on my PC. But games that I'm all in on and I definitely gotta play, oh, of course, I'm playing them on PlayStation 5 where they'll be coming out first. And then yes, and if they ever do go day and date and those games are launched on PC and PlayStation at the same time, of course I'm gonna buy it on PC. But that's the beauty of choice. That's the beauty of being a gamer with your own thoughts and opinions, with the ability to choose where you want to play your games if you want to spend the money to have the ability to do that. And not everyone is the same. So enjoy your games how you like to enjoy them, and other people would do the same. But you guys let me know what you guys think about this. Is this a big deal to you? Are you angry? Are you upset about more games coming to PC? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, let me know what games you think are coming to PC next. Me personally, I think Bloodborne is probably coming next, but you let me know what games you think are coming next. Hit the like button if you liked the video, hit the dislike button if you didn't, it's all good, and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this in the future. Peace.